Lusaka International Airport, I call it a sausage, was done at $400 million. That sausage could have been done at $150 million.
Na konkeria shiraba HH, na statement yao. Baka inde chilema, please my president, I'm not against you. But these statements that you are passing or speaking, they are, understand. Nafia luka boring, nafia luka kwati Nigerian movie number. Global recession is everywhere. Things are bad, Konse. This is not a time where I want to read a certain verse, which God spoke to me. Sorry, my man. But this is very important because I was asking God, what is really happening in Zambia? Tafide Panga says, number yake nimbere ngeko first, Deuteronomy 17 verse 18. And this verse, the president should listen to it. It says, every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Lord your God he has given to you. You shall appoint judges and officers in your gates, which the Lord your God gives you, according to your tribes, and they shall judge the people with judgment. You shall not pervert justice, you shall not show partiality, nor take a bribe, for bribe blinds the eyes of the wise and twists the words of the righteous. So, Deuteronomy 17 verse 18. People should read through that verse. I want to tell Bahaka Inde Chilema, there's no president who was not good or was not perfect. Number one friend Bahaka Inde Chilema, my president. Me, I love you so much and I respect you. That's why I keep talking. The former head of state should not be your enemy. Zambians, let us upgrade from politics of just pinpointing the wrongs when you can never see any good about your predecessor. I think it shows immaturity. Filalanga fyokwewa ati nomba tamwisha no formula ilanda no formula chita. Baedz galungu badi lufienye munshila shabo, and we as a nation, that's why to have a shape. Can we forgive and forget and move forward? I keep repeating this in most of my videos. Abalechita advice bakateka pakulalanda ill about Baedz galungu. Mulechita fedzi campaign. This is not the time ya kwa ati mwambo kulala that if into fidi so mwambo ni nchidi so push in 5 years elo mkambi ama comparisons bakateka last time na didanzilepo pali statement mwapangile pali wa father ba katolika ne statement ya kuita sausage airport at sausage airport mwalishu ba fimbi fintu tuila mwana kwati niwe wako acha sana mano bad land that's the wise speak less. Forever land shatatoka tena mano. Walalanda, but practical ngayaisa, we are the ones that perform less. Balungu nangubadi lufyenye mdifimbi, but wadi bombere. Balupia nangubadi lufyenye mdifimbi, badi bombere. Basata nangubadi lufyenye mdifimbi, badi bombere. We can never and will never have a perfect president. Na imweba echechinga mafumapo paka boturubo. But reason today imina forever youth is because 1, during your campaign, mwaitubepere. 2, instead of you being remorseful, we know I'm a politics of yaba. Everyone nanguma omere kufaya ala isat baby uli musuma, but ngapuisha mishoni yakwe takakulolish. We understand those politics, but past stage to fikire, we need to work we need to unite. We find a solution from the opposition and the ruling government. Let us offer solutions, because abale chula temwe politicians, it is the Zambians. Bahaka inde, ba advisor ben balemi bepati balungu, eba fide baba mukano every day. Balemi chitafe, you are wasting your time and you are decampaigning yourself. Abantu na abana kana story about galungu. Nga wapoke chupo, tetuambe kulalanda fide yonse mchupo, mukashobe ali wafiko, mukashobe taishibo kuipita. Na wapoke chupo, do the best. Chitenyo for balungu tabale chita. What balungu did should be respected and should be left like that. You were brought in, you were ushered in office baka inde to do ofo mwale chita konde. We know each other that Chiwami, things cannot change in 2.5 years. But there are things that you should try to adjust. If you are quiet to my media, Baedz galungu. Time ya bona mobile church, but the difference, I always say this. Baka inde, time media, you are just an opposition party president. Problem, is just bitterness. No kuwonfia my emotions, ukuteke chalo. Tapali oko mwalaya ba UPND. Mukaisanga fyokwe bat nomba within 5 years. Ngatuwaisa mchama postmortem assessments. Tukasanga fya tumulifia mashu yaba PF. Balungu worked quietly without condemning Vasata, without putting any blame on Varupia Banda. He did his part. Where he erred, we understand. And I think as we speak now, he's remorseful. We all learn through our mistakes. Can the UPND move on? Politics are politics. You can never keep enmity in my politics. Nishtamla chitama chiwa ma politics. Tapa abana ngoko muinga ya konse. Ruling government, ipera freedom by opposition. Tetupera rival be free space at tea. Let us be realistic. So statements by HH Mwa passing the airport, I think really, it sounds very childish. That airport, according to each one, comes with their own projects and what they want. Na imwe tumona fo mukachitapo ofo tukatasha. 2.5 years back, you have condemned by Edgar Lungu. You hate that man with a passion. Can we move on? That's why Charlotte Chirepalwa, you are ruling the country with bitterness. I always repeat, bitterness will not help Zambia develop. Please, Bakaindi, let us forgive and forget. PF has done a lot of infrastructure. Let us appreciate. Mweba ndunga mwalifikako ku local government iyaba ku long acres. The first time I went there, I was like, okay, now at least they did their part. Even MMD, there are things that PF did not do that MMD completed. So, like imaba UPND. Tamwa ikale mwelanda airport inga tuwakulide so. Airport inga tuwachitile so. Baka inde fimbi fintu, if you cannot appreciate, just keep quiet. Let's advance to politics where, even if you are campaigning, but there are things that you should be factual and realistic. Do not politicize everything. Generation iturenda fonalelanda. Ama structures. If a country should develop, they should be attracting structures. Ngamo haya ku Nigeria, kwa afe place okotabafo abantu kula kulotuboba. They've got a certain level and standard. Whether you try to minimize the budget, Zambia will never develop. You need a certain standard for a developing country. Balungu did his part. Let the man rest. Ngamlefo kubakaka. Just investigate. Do things like you came with the energy with your press statements to say kwala a fast track. If Valungu abused the national funds, let the law do its part. Focus on developing issues, Bahakainde. Let us work, the opposition, the ruling now, to fix this economic crisis that is going on. Bitterness will not help us. But, yala to work a back forth. That's why Nadela, that 18th day of prayer and fasting, both the former and the current president should be available. Kabia mupepeko muyeleleko. Mwebambi mwendafene chisendo fe wadi senda fe tuimuntu shakatare mwelelapo. That's why we close our own blessings. You cannot always speak ill about Edgar Lungu by Hakainde Ichilema all the time. You are the only president now for Poeta Nariumwaiche who just condemns everything. Mwilaba bita Bakainde, mwilaba bita. Ku State House mwadfiro kukuka. And Balungu is one president who has even decided to keep quiet. Because ever dingile nukula isa, pama radio station gafila mwale chitaimo. Ubunganga wakwela kofe nishinamu ya pama radio station. Ifintunga fia chita nishinamu kwela pama radio station. But Balungu has decided to keep quiet. Bahaka in the Ichilema. Let us work as Zambians. Let us pray. We see this global recession is affecting every country. Kumano yenu will not change. It's everywhere. But let us see how we embrace people. Baka in the ama politics modia senda personal. I don't think imona ba GBM. Imona ba Canisius Banda Mula Soshan. Baka mbwiri bale tukaba Galungu every day. But they are together today. These are politics. You cannot be enemies for life. Female politics, it's a dirty game. Behind bars, you people even enjoy. Can we see peace? Kukenyoko, the current president has respected the former head of state. Kulingile feno kubama ama programs yambi where you can delegate the former head of state. I want to say this, I've been forgetting. Inauguration in Bakainde. Most people who were delegated Nigeria, I was there for inauguration, Nigeria, Botswana, sent its former head of states. Not that during their time they had no wrangles, but they showed you to say wrangles come and they go, and people still stay united. But Edgar Lungu, you need to show him love, like what Ruto has done in Kenya. He has respected the former head of state. kulina fimbi balungu nga mwabasenda bwino mwarishiba. You cannot be a jack of all trades. Balungu was in the system, but HH, you have never been in any government position, so you are supposed to be a bit calm on the former head of state. Problem mweba monati mwarisambirira mwana kwati mwarishiba fiance. There are things when you take Balungu on that level as a brother, Balungu does not even want to come back. Stop stressing that man. That man, we need to guard him now as the former head of state. Even with other programs, I've seen some countries delegating the former head of state. Let there be peace. Shakokolepo. So nalanda baka indebelami bepa abantu benu. Passing statement saying ichinga chachiva so. Ichinga chachiva so. Fida moneka easy. But if ichitena mbola tulatukana. Iwe kala batapala fole chitasunzu. Mwana ngachipata chibola chayoko. Ingira monga warapa ntafena bola ifike go post. It is easier said than done. Do your part, your excellence. 2.5 years, time is running. Time is ticking. Uyolungu mreseka, uyolungu mrechita kondem. Richita ifintu fyakwe, he has run his race. Run your own race now so that 5 years from now, if people would decide to bring you back, they will have what to point at to say, by HH Vajitilevi. Berami bepam advisors, na last time nadilandide. Nangma ministerial positions, you can even appoint intellectuals from the PF. There are so many MPs in the PF who can do better than these UPNG field projects you have put. I end here.